After the ruh reaches Allah, by His command, it is sent back to the earth. At that time, the body is washed, wrapped in a shroud, and prepared for burial by the living people on earth. If the person was Muslim, the body is washed. According to Sahih Hadith, the ruh feels this. It feels if the water is cold or warm. It feels every touch, every movement, even the roughness during washing. That is why the Prophet ﷺ ordered that the body be washed gently, otherwise the ruh feels pain. After the washing, the ruh waits for the janazah salah. Some narrations say it even watches it. After the prayer, the burial begins. When the body is placed in the grave and the soil is thrown on it, a moment comes that every human will face, whether believer or not. The grave, which for the living is silent and dark, becomes for the dead a place of questioning. Two angels, Munkar and Nakir, approach. Their appearance is terrifying, unlike anything seen before. They make the ruh sit and ask questions. They sound simple, but no false answer can be given. Who is your Lord? What is your religion? Who is your prophet? This is not a test answered by memory, because everyone in the world knows the words Allah, Islam, Muhammad. But here, only the heart speaks. If the person was a believer, the heart gives the right answers. If not, it can only say, I do not know. For the believer who answers correctly, the grave opens wide and a window to Jannah is shown. The ruh feels a breeze of peace, the fragrance of mercy. The angels comfort it and say, rest in peace until the day of Qiyamah. But for the one who cannot answer, the grave becomes a place of torment. Its walls close in, ribs pressed together, a window to the fire of Jahannam opens. The ruh is filled with smoke, heat, and despair. The punishment begins, and time stretches like a chain with no end. The test of the grave is the most certain trial of existence. Every human will face it without exception. The Prophet ﷺ described how the grave squeezes and presses until the ribs lock together. An unbearable punishment begins. The people of Barzakh also have their own kind of life. They feel joy, pain, comfort, and happiness. But those still living in the world of matter cannot know with normal senses what the ruh feels and experiences after leaving the body. We learn this only from our Prophet ﷺ, who was given knowledge of divine truths. From the Hadith we understand that the believing ruhs in Barzakh meet with each other. It is also narrated that the dead receive news about the living and see those who visit their graves. They even know who sends the du'as and spiritual gifts for them. The ruhs of the believers are in blessings and being free can move around. But the ruhs of disbelievers and also the ruhs of sinful believers are busy with punishment. Answering the question, what is life in Barzakh like? Shah Waliullah ad-Dehlawi said, in this realm, the ruhs are in countless levels. But mainly, there are four groups. Those in a state of wakefulness, yakaza. They are rewarded or punished according to their deeds. Those in a state like natural sleep, who are comforted or punished through dreams. Those whose animal and angelic sides are weak. The virtuous good ruhs, who mix with the angels and live an angelic life. The ruhs of the prophets leave the body and take the form of their bodies with the scent of musk and camphor. They are in Jannah. They eat, drink, and enjoy, and at night they rest in lanterns hanging from the arsh. The ruhs of the martyrs leave their bodies and are in green birds in Jannah. They eat, drink, and enjoy, and at night they rest in lanterns hanging from the arsh. The ruhs of the obedient believers are around Jannah. They do not eat or drink, but take pleasure by looking at Jannah. The ruhs of sinful believers are between the skies and the earth in the air. The ruhs of the disbelievers are in Sijin, deep below the seventh earth, in black birds. They still have some connection with their bodies, like the sun is in the sky, but its light is on the earth. The ruhs stay connected to their bodies in the graves through spiritual links, like invisible wires, while they themselves go to the barzakh, like a station and waiting place. In the grave, the ruhs face different reflections and openings. Their deeds from the world take a form and appear before them. Their salah, Quran, service in the way of Allah, and tasbih come as companions and friends, giving peace and happiness. How long they will remain in barzakh after Qiyamah only Allah knows. The ruhs in barzakh can hear us, but we cannot hear them. If Allah wills, they may also hear what is said here. Some awliya have been given discovery of the graves. The Prophet ﷺ stood by the well where the bodies of the disbelievers of Badr were thrown and said, "Have you seen what Allah promised you?" Among the high and noble ruhs, there are those who can meet the ruhs of barzakh. Muhyiddin ibn Arabi wrote that he often met with noble ruhs. Imam Suyuti said he met the Prophet ﷺ in waking vision 70 times. Ahmad Rifai also told that he was honored to meet the Prophet's ruh. It is narrated that Imam Bukhari, after making wudu and salah, would present his hadiths to Rasulullah ﷺ in muraqabah to confirm if they were correct. Meeting through dreams is of course possible. As for evil ruhs, they cannot join such meetings. It is as if they are chained until Qiyamah, so they cannot come back to the world. That is why in so-called spirit calling sessions, the ones who appear are not ruhs but jinn or shayatin. Evil ruhs cannot come because they are bound, and good ruhs do not come to such people. However, noble ruhs can travel through the world, follow what happens for Iman, and stay connected to their graves. Hadiths call the Ummah of Muhammad to be careful and respectful about graves and those inside them. Also, even modern parapsychology accepts that each ruh remains connected to the atoms of its body in the grave, sometimes visiting them. That is why any disrespect to a grave, especially destroying it, building over it and committing sins there, will disturb and harm the ruh still connected to its body. Many incidents confirm this. For example, in Ankara, a grave in the middle of the city could not be moved by bulldozers. Many people witnessed that the machines got stuck and could not continue. Even Western writers have spoken much on such matters. Some philosophers, certain mystics and Christians say only the ruh will be punished. But we, the people of Al-Sunnah wal Jama'ah, believe that just as the body and ruh will be resurrected together, they will also face punishment or blessings together. The relation of the ruh and the body is like a blind man and a cripple. The blind man carries the cripple on his back, and the cripple shows him the way. Together, they move forward. In the same way, ruh and body share both pain and joy in this world and in the next. The Quran and Hadith clearly mention that the body and its parts will both taste punishment and enjoy blessings. Without a body suitable for the hereafter, how could pleasures be felt? The same Allah who created both the ruh and the atoms of the body can bring the body back to life, punish it, or reward it with blessings. Power and knowledge belong to Him. He does as He wills. The real truth of these matters will be known in the next life, when humans face the surprises of that world. For there, the rewards and punishments are things that no eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no heart has imagined. Sadaqah Ijariya is building things like roads, bridges, mosques, fountains, schools and institutions that people will continue to benefit from. As long as these remain standing, every good deed done through them will also be recorded in the book of the one who built them, until Qiyamah. This was taught by the Prophet ﷺ. The works left by scholars are also a form of Sadaqah Ijariya. The scholar is rewarded according to his effort and knowledge. Supporting scholars, helping those who walk the path of true knowledge, providing for their books, papers, food and needs, these too are considered endless channels of reward and are counted as Sadaqah-i-Jariyah. A rue that departs wishes for righteous children who will make good deeds after it. Only such children will be useful in the hereafter. A rue does not need sweets, food, or gatherings like the 7th day, 40th day, or anniversaries. It does not need mevlids, paid recitations, or photos on walls. If you want to honor them, then visit their graves, give salam, and soften your heart. Let your tongue make dua and istighfar, and let your eyes shed tears. These are the true gifts that reach them in that world, the only currency that has value there.